This is Dave Palumbo with RX Girl Training. We are here with IFBB Pro Bodybuilder Angela Salvagna, and we are 2 weeks out from the 2011 IFBB Tampa Pro. We're going to be doing a little back training here at Gold's Gym in Sacramento, California. Welcome, Angela.
Thanks, Dave.
Well, I got a couple of emails from not just one person, but a couple people telling me that I had to do an In the Iron Asylum. We had to do a training video with Angela Salvagna because she's looking amazing, and you guys sent me the video, and they were right. Talk to me a little bit about where you've been, because we missed you for a year.
Yes, I really wanted to compete in 2010, but yeah, I had to move, to move to California from Florida, and there was just no way at the time that I could train and prepare myself for my next show. So I just decided to just take the time and just train and try to grow some more.
It worked. Because you're bigger.
Oh, yeah, it did.
You won the USA Championships in 2009, correct?
Yes, I did.
It was 2009. And then you did the Tampa Pro show, and you placed sixth. I know you weren't that happy with that. Now you had a whole year to kind of think about what to do. What was your goal going into this year, knowing that you had a whole, more than a year actually to prepare? What body parts were you trying to really work on the most?
Actually, I know, and I myself think I have improved them quite a bit. And I've looked at, because I do countdown pics. And I have my countdown pics from 2009, and then I compared them to, the recent ones. And I have made, and that's what I was trying to do, is changes to my quads. I know I need to bring my quads up to be more balanced and symmetrical, because I think I'm totally top heavy. My back is just humongous.
Which is not a big problem, because everyone loves a good back.
Exactly. So, yeah, so I really want to bring up my quads, and I really focused on training them heavy. And see, in the past, I have really bad knees, and I haven't been able to train them that heavy. And so this time, I dealt with the pain, and I wrapped them really tight, and just, I did weight that I haven't done ever.
Really? Okay, so you pushed through. You pushed through it.
I pushed through it, and I hit my legs hard, and I have noticed a lot of size on my quads. And that was my one focus, because I know, my legs get cut, but the size isn't there.
It's interesting though, but sometimes what happens, and I don't know if this is the case of you, when people have sore knees, if they can push through the pain and build some muscle, a lot of times that added muscle will stabilize the knee joint, and then they wind up not being in knee pain. Did you find that to be the case?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. It's kind of like, I can't explain it. It's not so much. I guess it's not so much my knee. It's something you'd have to see, But there's something wrong with it hurts,
Could be biomechanics.
It's more so on my side. It's like the muscle on the side. What do you call that muscle that runs up your leg, side of your leg?
The tensor fascial lata muscle.
Yeah, that. So it's a lot of it has to do with that, and it affects my knee. So, and it's really tight. I tried to massage it. The guy messed my knee up even more.
You got to get orthotics for your shoes. I don't know if you wear those. That'll solve your problem.
Oh, really? No, I don't wear those.
Yeah, because that'll correct the biomechanics of your knee. A lot of times when people have flat feet or their arches are not that great, when they try to squat and do pressing movements, they're pushing from the wrong parts of their feet because their arches are just not there. And when you put a custom pair of orthotics in, they kind of hold the feet into a rigid position, and you'll find that your knee pain or back pain or groin pain, whatever happens to be the case in your situation, tends to just disappear after a while.
Wow.
So we might have solved your problem.
Yeah, there you go. I'll definitely consider that.
Always teaching. Let's talk about your back training, okay? Because you do have one of the better backs in the female bodybuilders in the pro division. I look at your back and I see like a Miss Olympia back. Has this been a body part that's always grown very easily for you? Because I think you've got improved the lat width and thickness from the last time I've seen you compete.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, my training this time has been heavy. I decided, I'm going heavy, and every time I train that body part, I'm going heavier than I did before. and that's how I train my back too. And I mean, my back responds, just like it loves that heavy weight. And I mean, that I had doing like partial deadlifts.
How much?
Yeah, I love partial deadlifts. I did over 400.
Wow, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, and before I used to only do 315, and that's with reps and stuff, but I mean, but I've just improved that much, and I'm just like, and I really squeeze it, and that partial deadlift has just made my back just, explode.
That's a lot of weight. Well, what do you weigh, about 160, 170 the most?
I'd say the most I usually get to now is 165.
Okay, so that's pretty small for someone who's lifting 405 for reps.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I don't think there's many guys in the gym that can do that.
I was just going to say, in Sacramento, California, at the Gold's Gym there, are you the biggest person in the gym, or are there some guys bigger than you?
Oh, I wish I could say I was the biggest, but there's like maybe a couple of guys that are pretty beefy.
But you're probably the strongest, though. Is that the idea?
I'm pretty sure. I have trained with another bodybuilder, and I hang with him, and there was a time when I was doing more than him, but he's training too, so he's increased his weight. But yeah, it's nice when you can hang with somebody, or they can hang with you, vice versa. So.
Going into this Tampa Pro show in 2 weeks, what would you say is your main goal? What do you want? What would make you happy when you leave? Obviously, I know everyone wants a win, but what would you walk away with and be content?
This is what I really want to qualify
for the Olympia.
I don't care if I get, I would love to get first, like you said. But I mean, if I could just finish in the top 3, I would be just like, I'd be floating in air, and I'd be ecstatic if I can just place top 3.
I think that's a definite possibility. Looking at the lineup, I think that you have what it takes, and I think you've put the work into it. Talk to us a little bit about the kind of diet you're following at this point. Is it a tough diet? Are you suffering, or do you get in shape relatively easy?
My diet's pretty much a walk in the park. I haven't really had any I haven't had a breakdown. I mean, it's pretty much plain and simple. I mean, chicken, brown rice, veggies, a whole bit there, But I do allow myself, and I'm sure a lot of girls do this cheat day or a cheat meal or whatever.
Cheat day or meal?
I have a cheat day for a little while.
Boy.
Because I can do it. I have that body type that I can do it. I know some people, they get overboard and they end up, they have a cheat day and it's like 4,000 or 5,000 calories.
Yeah, I know.
It don't work like that, but it helps. For some reason, it's always helped me. I mean, I actually need one. Like right now, my body's just getting so ripped and lean, but I'll have just not even a cheat meal this Sunday, but
give me a typical. You're Italian. Give me a typical cheat meal. Will it be like a pasta dinner, or are you going someplace else?
See, this is where you're gonna be like, no way. Let me tell you something. My cheat day, if you want to call it a day or a meal, whatever. I am very content with just a cup of coffee with some cream, okay, like good tasting chocolate cream. I like the chocolate cream, and cookies.
Wow, so you like junk food?
Just like I crave coffee and cookies.
That's you're a cheap date.
Oh, thanks a lot, Dave.
Take her for dessert. You don't even have to buy her the dinner. That's great.
But seriously, that's all. I mean, I'm content. I'm good. I just give me that, and I'm good, and I can go.
So you're going to tell me you have your chicken and broccoli, and then you go and have a cup of coffee with a couple cookies, and that's the cheat day?
Yeah, I mean, I might have a few cookies throughout the day, but I mean, that's all I really need. But I gotta have. I love my coffee, and
gotcha.
I have a thing for cookies. What can I say?
So,
I don't really. I mean, I do have a thing for cheese, but I don't know. Lately, I've been craving that. I've been craving those things.
Send her some fresh ground coffee and some cookies, and you're good. That's all there is to it. You know what it is? You probably don't over-abuse the calories. That's probably why you can get away with doing that. Most people, when they have a cheat meal, they'll eat like 2 pies of pizza, or they'll eat like a pound of pasta. You're calorically you're not consuming that much. So you're probably right. It probably is helping you in the long run because it's stimulating a little, shock in your body, but it's not setting you back too far.
Yeah, I just think it does. I can definitely feel it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's funny when I cheat at night. When I cheat, I feel like I'm just like my body just gets really hot or something. You know, it's like
you can feel the metabolic boost. Yeah,
I feel good.
Talk to me about the response you get from people in this area. You're in the capital there, Sacramento, California. When you encounter people like walking around in the shopping mall or wherever, are they freaked out by you?
Oh, damn.
Do you like that attention or you dislike it?
I don't know. I mean, there comes a time, when it's cool and when it's not. You know, if I'm at a restaurant, I'm eating, and people are just sitting there staring at you, I don't like when people watch me eat. So I know they're staring at me because of my build, but I just have this thing, I don't like when people watch me. And so they're staring, that's when I'm like, I like to be covered up, you know?
So you do cover up?
Walking around, huh?
So you cover up when you walk around?
No. But like if I go to eat something, I like eat somewhere, I prefer to be covered up because I don't like people staring at me when I'm eating. But like if I'm at the mall or something, I just I wear whatever shirt or whatever. Yeah, I can't hide my muscle. I really can't. I put a sweater on and you can still see I'm built. My back just blows up. You know.
Can you even fit into clothes? I can't even imagine what you could possibly put on. You know, you have to probably wear stretchy stuff, I would assume.
I do. I mean, it's. That part of it's frustrating, trying to find shirts and stuff. But I like that feeling when you put on a shirt and you just kind of stretch it out. It feels good.
I'm sure your fans love it too, believe me. What about, talk to me about what you feel about this whole, the new women's physique division that they're bringing into the bodybuilding world?
Oh, you would ask me that.
I have to. You're a female bodybuilder. I got to know your opinion on it.
I'm a little disappointed, I say that, my impression at first when they said that they're coming out with the Physique division, I assumed that they want women kind of like Corey Everson in, 86, 87, right. That look where it wasn't super, because I have videos of that, and she wasn't that huge actually, but she looked good and she flowed and she had just the right muscle. She wasn't like super shredded. That's the kind of look I thought they were going to go for.
Yeah. And
then when I saw the winners or what they end up the girls looking like, I was like really blown away and very disappointed because they looked to me like no different than the figure. They're just posing.
Right, but I think also that there wasn't that much to choose from there too. That was only the Junior USA was really only the first test. I think that maybe with more talent, if more girls come in that are a little bigger or have better super structures, they might be able to get away with a little bit more muscle. So I think it's still evolving the class. Do you think that this will replace women's bodybuilding at some point?
I just don't see how women's bodybuilding can be replaced. I think they need to have it. I don't think, but what they need to do is they need to decide what they like. Like if they don't want the women so big, then don't choose, big women. Choose, if that's what the problem is. I just don't see them eliminating it completely.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess it depends. There's still women that want to get big, and there's women that, even in the women's physique, that if they train too much, they're going to get beyond the scope of what they want. So I guess as a woman, it's frustrating to not be able to go to the gym and push your hardest and lift the heaviest weights you can lift, because then it's like, well, what's the point of being here almost,
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't be able to do, physique.
No, you certainly cannot. You'd have to stop training for 5 years. Talk to me about back training, because a lot of women are probably watching this. Probably a lot of guys are watching this too, and they're wondering, you do have a really good back. Are there any tricks when you're doing your rowing movements? How do you really ensure that you use your lats as opposed to cheating with your arms or your forearms or anything else for that matter?
Everything I do, I'm really good with my form. I'm really strict about it. And I've always been strict with my form. And I do a lot of I like to squeeze, I know I'm hitting them muscles, It's just kind of like I just really focus on the squeezing and I really feel it. And it just, and the different movements, I do the basic movements, but I mean, you know, I'm really about form.
Do you think that some people like try to lift too heavy, and that's probably why they don't get the results that they're looking for?
Yeah, I see that quite a bit at my gym.
Yeah. Do people come up and ask you for advice a lot when you're there?
Oh yeah, I get that a lot. In fact, the other day, some older gentleman came up and asked me, you know. So I mean, I get, you know, all different ages.
He was probably just trying to pick you up, though, the older guy.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you one more thing. What about cardio? Do you have to do cardio, or is your metabolism just too good?
It's pretty good. I have to watch my cardio, and that's what I was thinking of lately. I'm like, I'm just getting so lean so fast that I only do 40 minutes cardio. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about cutting it down to 30 just because my metabolism's up the roof, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, it's not a bad problem to have. A lot of girls are probably listening to this and cursing you because they're doing 3 hours of cardio, you're cutting your cardio back.
Yeah, I mean, even for the USA, I only did 30 minutes.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah. You're lucky. You're very lucky. Let's talk about posing, because you know what? I love watching your routines on stage. You're always very creative up there. You always, kind of captivate the audience, and very few people do that on stage anymore. I think the women put a lot more into their routines than the men do. But your routines are especially creative. Is that something you just enjoy doing, and you put a lot of effort into it because of that?
Oh, I love it. That's my favorite. I wish I did that and help women out all the time. I mean, I love it. In fact, I actually helped a guy at my gym do his routine. He loved it too. He got lots of compliments. It's fun to me. I love to show drama, and just create that routine and, get the audience like, wow, and get them like really watching it, I don't want some boring routine.
I don't either. I'm always falling asleep. Yeah, I fall asleep in my chair watching most of them, and then you get a good rare one every once in a while, like yourself, and it's like, thank God.
And that's another thing I was really disappointed for the Tampa, because I actually started creating a routine based on props, and I found out you weren't allowed to have props.
Yeah, I know. They don't want any creativity in the IFBB.
I really was going to wow the audience with this certain routine. I was like, damn, so I had to totally change my song, and I've been creating another routine.
What were you going to do? Were you going to do a striptease or something like that on stage?
No, you're gonna think I'm serious. I could have made it work, but I was going to do a song called Abracadabra, and I was going to use magic.
Oh,
and
wow.
I could have done that.
That would have been great.
Something and I had the props and everything, and I was going to, use it into my routine. And it would have been cool. And they said no.
Maybe what you should do is we should video it anyway, someplace else, and then we can use it as a tool to sell your guest posing wares. I would hire you if I was running a show. I'd hire you if you're going to do magic tricks while you're posing on stage. That would have been great.
You laughed, but I found
I'm not laughing. It's a great idea.
I found the right props that I could actually do that. It was just amazing. I was like, oh, cool, I can actually do this magic trick and turn into a pose. And it would have been cool.
It's a phenomenal idea. I wish I would have thought of that myself. I'm telling you. It's a great idea. I say you do it. I'm telling you, you'll get guest posing gigs from it.
Maybe Olympia. Do they do
any props? I would just do it anyway.
No.
Who cares? They're getting rid of women's bodybuilding anyway. Just pull the props out. What are they going to do? Disqualify you? All right, well, Angela, you're going to be on stage at the Tampa Pro show in 2 weeks from today. We'll be there watching you, and hopefully you'll get that coveted Olympia qualification. Good luck in the rest of your training.
Thanks, Dave.
For now, though, we are out of time. I'm Dave Palumbo with Angela Salvagna, RX Girl Training.